Did you see what I did with the thumbnail? Clever play on words, wasn't it? Right, now this video isn't going to be good for me or launch, because once they see this, they're never going to send me another tool again. And but I have to be honest with you guys out there if you're buying these type of tools and what I find and stuff like that. We'll see what happens with me and launch, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I originally got this tool because I wanted to actually give it away on my channel. That's why I accepted it, because normally I wouldn't. It's just not really for me. It's more aimed for a DIYer. But I wanted to give it away. But as you can see from the video, I'm not going to be able to do that. So enjoy, and let's see how much of a damage reputation I get from launch for this. Sorted. Hello and welcome to another Budget and Leggit video. Now we've got the Creed here, the 129E. Now I've had this for a while and I haven't really done anything about it. So I'm in the Skoda again. So I'll finish off the videos, I think the Skoda videos with this. I've filmed a couple more, so hopefully we can actually finish it off with this. But don't really know much about it, don't know really anything about it, and I know it's a wired scan, which I'm sorry, but I'm just spoilt now with the wireless one, and having a wire there now just seems, yeah, it just doesn't seem right anymore. Once you've kind of gone with the wireless one, you'll never go back to a wired one. I don't think there's any bi-directional controls on it, which is a shame. I mean, launch are really good as regards the price for things, you know, for what you kind of get. In my opinion, you cannot beat this for the price. There is nothing on the market yet that I know of that can do what this can do for the same price. But this isn't that. I don't think it has any bi-directional controls, and it's wired. Now, for me, that's just a big no-no. If you're going to go for something like this, you might just be better off with a cheaper just code reader, for example, because you know, if you're not going to have bi-directional controls, why spend the extra money on a bigger screen? It's not, bigger screen is better, but you know, bi-directional controls, in my opinion, are just like the be all and end all. They're fantastic. So this might not be really worth it as regards the money, but we'll see. But like I said, I'm just spoilt now as regards, open up, come on. I'm spoilt with having a wireless scan tool now. Wired scan tools, yeah, I mean, even just looking at that kind of sends chills down me. But the screen looks nice, looks like a nice size screen, to be fair, which is always nice. Can I get it out? Actually feels nice. Feels like it can be dropped a few times without really causing any damage, which is nice. It feels, yeah, it feels all right. I just don't like the fact that it's wired, and I don't like the fact that it doesn't do any bi-directional controls. And yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. Like I said, that's the bad boy, the diag gun. But the problem with the diag gun is, it's just, you know, you'd always want a bigger screen. A bigger screen is key. But for the price of that thing, I don't know of any scan tool on the market yet that can compare with that bad boy. I'm not saying there isn't. I haven't seen them yet. But for the price of that thing is just awesome. So we're going to see, we're going to crack this open, we're going to see what it can and can't do. I'm just going to do a quick little thing on this Skoda to see what it kind of can and can't read. Then, like I said, we'll finish out the Skoda videos with this. And yes, let me get this plugged in first and we'll see what it does. Sorted. Right, I just noticed also in the bottom of the case we have a cover. Now that can be kind of handy. It's got the charger in there too. I mean, I suppose it's better than having nothing. This actually has an internal battery in, which again I didn't realise, even though I should have maybe done with the button on the top, which is always handy to have a battery just in, well, there's loads of reasons, because if for any reason you knock off the car or anything like that, at least your scan tool doesn't completely die. You kind of have your settings already in there, which is really handy. I kind of like the screen. First impressions, the screen looks okay. I actually kind of like the way it's set out too. Rather than that way, it's actually landscape rather than portrait. That can be kind of smart, I guess. It's just like I said, the wire and the fact that there's no bi-directional controls, I don't really know if this is going to be worth the money just for the screen, because I'm guessing you're kind of paying for the screen on this one. But we'll see, we will see, and we'll try and do a few videos on it just to give it a fair chance, rather than just kind of saying anything about it first off. And I'm sure that's just gone to sleep. Yep, I'm gonna have to set up all this first, and then we'll see how it goes. Sorted. Right, so this is just updating now. It shouldn't take too much longer, and I realise there's kind of a gap in the market for something like this, maybe, you know, your first scan tool and stuff like that. But I haven't used this yet, so maybe I shouldn't really say that. But if it doesn't have bi-directional controls, I personally would save your money and buy one that does, because if you're getting into this or you want a scan tool, it's normally because you want to do things with your car, and if you can't control anything, it just makes your diagnostic work a hell of a lot harder. And if you can make your life easier, it's always best to make your life easier, because it's easier. We'll give it a fair chance, but I think for me, if you was going to go, this is the bad boy to go for. Yes, it is more expensive, but I tell you, it just this hasn't let me down yet. I mean, this is my go-to scan tool. This is the one I get out first because it's wireless, it turns on quick and all that. Yeah, I just can't see this kind of against the really cheap code readers, which, yeah, they're really cheap, and they are cheap for a reason. And as regards that, I don't see why you would need something in the middle. That's what I'm trying to get. I don't know. I just don't know yet. I don't know. We'll have to see. That's interesting. I've just plugged it into the car, and it charges from the car, which is really good. I like the fact that it charges from the OBD2 socket. But as it's updating, I've just seen that the battery is actually going down. It started, I think it was around 84% when I plugged it in, and it's actually going down. So I'm going to see if I catch it on camera. Obviously the updates, the fact that it's connected to the internet is obviously draining it quite bad. It's only connected to the OBD2 socket, so there's not going to be, you know, many amps obviously charging it. But it's just interesting to know that, yeah, we'll see if we can catch it. There we go, just did it there. Went down to 78%. Interesting. And just if anyone asks, yes, I did have the car running at the time, just before I switched the camera on, so it was still going down even with the car running. Right, interesting. Look at this. This is the first time I've switched it on. I haven't like downloaded anything on this. I don't know if you can do apps or anything like that, if it's Android based, I don't know. But it's saying I haven't got enough storage. There's nothing on it. So how can we be out of storage already? Let me just see if I can work out if maybe there's an issue here that I've done something wrong. Right, I've just emailed him, and I have to say, in my experience, Launch is very good at getting back to you if there is an issue. So we're going to let them get back to us to see what they can do, because like I said, I can't even plug this car in because the one I need isn't oh no, Skoda is there. Skoda is there. Okay, so I might be able to get away with actually, you know, scanning this car, but the fact that I'm missing 10, you know, it's just not right. I'm missing so many manufacturers on it because it can't. This is not even an update. This is just loading the actual thing on the thing. But obviously I've had this for a while, so there's obviously been updates since I've got it, but that still isn't good. Because if that's the case, then when the machine is being updated, people can't do it. And if you have to expand the memory that quickly, well, that just isn't good. I mean, that's a big fail on Launch's part there, which is a shame because I've always liked well, not always. The really, really, really old launch I never liked, but the new stuff I've really, really liked. I can't see anything in here to tell me like storage or anything like that. I can't see anything. I've updated the go on, get back. I have updated the where is it? The firmware. That's all good. I can't see anything here to tell me about storage. The feature I did like. Now, I personally, the older launch had the battery thing right at the top, and I really, really like that. As soon as you plug it in, you get the battery monitor. This doesn't have it. Well, it maybe does when it's fully updated, I don't know. But it does have this battery voltage here, which I can quickly show you, which I do like. It's handy to have that data pin kind of straight away, which is handy. But I would still prefer to see a digital readout of that. But again, maybe that's there. It's just I can't physically update it. But at the minute, yeah, I mean, this is a big kind of fail. Why can't I actually install the software and the updates? I don't know. Okay, so I've sent them an email, and they should get back to me with, obviously, you know, what's going on. Now, a couple of things I've noticed. I wanted to leave it here just to see if it would actually physically charge up if I don't touch it with the screen on connected to the car. At the minute it hasn't, but it hasn't dropped. It was dropping quite quickly, so I'm kind of guessing at the minute it is. I'm going to leave that to go to 71%. I just want to see, and then once we start playing with it, we'll see if it goes down. But another thing I've noticed, you can see at the battery, don't know if the camera's going to show, but you can see them funny blue lines in the screen, as if the screen is damaged. If I, hopefully, yeah, you can kind of see them there now, just where my finger is, just above there. You can kind of see the blue and green and yellow kind of lines in it. It doesn't really affect anything, but it's kind of there. And once you know it's there, it's a bit annoying. So I'm just going to wait and see if this is going to go up 1%. I've been waiting for a few minutes and it hasn't yet. And then I'm going to hopefully see if we can actually just start doing something with this on the car. And yeah, we'll just see. But one thing I have noticed already, I think it's going to be a lot better at graphing than this diag gun, because the problem with the diag gun is because the screen's up by that way, you can't really see the graphs. That's where a bigger scan tool always comes into play. You know, even a big 10-inch tablet, if you can connect it to a 20-inch screen, it's still better. So the bigger the better. That's what she said. But I can see that with this screen being this way, I can see it definitely being better at graphing, even just going into the battery here, because you know it's just a lot bigger. So hopefully the graphing side of things should be better. And the fact that it is wired does allow you to hang it off the steering wheel like that. But yeah, so we're just going to wait for that to go up 1%, if it does. And if it doesn't do it, you know, in like soon, I'm not going to wait too long, but we'll see. It did charge up when it's not updating, but I'm wondering, once we start using it, will it charge, or will the battery kind of go? Will it only charge when nothing is left? So what I've done is I've disconnected it, because I've got this one out, which I've had for a while, which is this the 429C, and I want to see, because I haven't used this in a while, and oh, it's just automatically going through the car. Let's just stop that. But as you can see already, which I really like, look at that. At the top, we have the battery voltage, which I really, really like that feature. Now, this one might have it once it's fully updated. I don't know. But we can see updates for this as well. So I want to see, is it a freak thing? Oh, my subscription has expired. But do I have... because I haven't turned this on in a while, and I'm wondering if I still have kind of free updates ready to go on this. Obviously the brand new stuff maybe not, but do I have kind of ones ready to go, if that makes sense? So I'm going to let that hopefully see what happens there, and I'll let you know. Right, interestingly enough, the batteries were at the same levels. This was at 71% when I started, and it is actually dropping when it's updating. So obviously it's just, maybe you just see it just drop there again. It's just obviously the power it takes to update and to do all that. You know, it's, I don't know what to read into that. But it seems to be updating okay. And like I said, I really like that battery feature up there. I'm just curious to see, is it a problem with like the memory on launches, or is it just that I happen to have, there is an issue with mine? So it's just going to be interesting to see, because this particular one here I have used you know, in a few videos and never really had an issue with it. What I really don't like about it is the way that it's plugged in down here. You can't hang it over the steering wheel like the other one, which is really frustrating, because it just keeps dropping, and even in one of the videos I was getting annoyed with that. But it is what it is. And like I said, this is what you see in my videos. I'm not going to sugarcoat this or hide this for anybody. It is what it is. This is what we found. This is what it is. And it's real life. Wow. Look. Same thing again. Lack of storage. Again, there's nothing on there that I haven't physically put anything on here to be lack of storage. This is just, it's normal updates. Wow. So there's no way I've got two scan tools that are like something wrong with them. They obviously haven't put enough storage in these scan tools. Wow. Launch. That is a epic fail. Right. Right, what I said I would do is I would update this machine here just to see if this one's okay. Now, the battery's running low on this one, so hopefully it'll update in time. If not, I'll have to plug it in, and I'll show you how that goes. See if that is a memory issue. Hopefully it isn't. But as regards this, I spoke to my guy, and basically, the long and short of it, he said, well, yeah, there was a problem in 2019, but we've rectified it now. It's not good enough, and my older machine was brought before 2019, so I don't really believe it. There's obviously an issue with the memory. They've obviously known there's an issue with the memory. It's just not. I know it's a cheap tool, but it's just not. It's not right. It just isn't right. Let me know if you want me to try and crack this bad boy open to see if it's expandable. Even if it is, it's still not the point. You should at least get 2 years out of this tool before you have to start worrying about memory. You know, for the price of it, you get 2 years out of it, I wouldn't really complain. But to not even be able to physically turn it on because the updates are too big for it, no. I mean, that is an epic fail on biblical proportions. It's redonkulous. So as regards this tool and the other tool, what I'm going to say is, do not buy, stay well clear, avoid. This one, on the other hand, has been absolutely perfect for me. I have to admit, it's, you know, absolutely perfect. Now we're going to see if it has an issue updating. But as regards this one and the other one, no, people, just avoid. Do not buy them. Now, if they fix them, fair enough, but I can't even test this thing properly because I don't know what it's missing, what it isn't missing. I could do it on this car, and there could be an update on this car that it can't install because there's an issue, there's a bug somewhere, which is possibility, happens with all the tools. I don't know if I can trust it. That's the thing, is I don't know if I can actually trust this tool. So no, just avoid it at all costs. Do not get it. It's a shame because this tool could have been absolutely lovely. It really could. If this was Bluetooth, I love the screen size, you know, slightly more expensive Bluetooth and bidirectional controls, this would be a winner in my book. But as it is at the minute, no, 100% epic fail. do not buy, do not even, that's the best thing for it. Do not buy, do not even consider buying it, people. Just don't. And that's it. Right, everybody, I'm pleased to announce that the diag gun is good. It's just done all the updates and no issues whatsoever. It's just the other ones. Right, so in summary, all I can say to you is don't buy this one, don't buy the older one. The diag gun, I still stand by that. That is a fantastic tool. Now, maybe when they see this video, they might want to do something. I don't know. I did give them the opportunity to basically, you know, tell me what was wrong, and you know, if there is an issue with some of these models, maybe to send me another one so I can physically show it. But we'll have to, you know, they weren't saying that. Maybe they will after they see this video. We'll have to wait and see. I think just for the hell of it, I'm going to crack this bad boy open and see if we can upgrade the memory. But like I said, we shouldn't have to be doing that, not on a brand new unit. So at the minute, I'm going to say do not buy this one, do not buy the older one. Apparently, like I said, they've got it sorted, but I don't know, so I can't say if they have or they haven't. But just don't buy them. I mean, it's as simple as that. Just don't buy these particular scan tools, and hopefully Launch will sort it out, or they have sorted it out. And if you've got one of these which has a memory fault, hopefully Launch will you know, sort you out. But at the minute, stay well away from this, stay well away from the other one, and that's it. So look, as always, honest is always works, in my opinion. I'm honest in my reviews no matter what. And like I said in the beginning of the video, this is going to do damage with me and Launch, but I'm just being honest. So that's it, everybody. Look, hope it helps. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Don't forget, links up here, links down below, but most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one. Sorted.